Hi everyone, this is Aruna, Assistant Professor, Department of Information Technology, SNS College of Technology. In my lecture series, in the DBMS, we're going to see about the relational model. Under this particular lecture, I'm going to explain about what is a relational model and their key along with the integrity constraint. So before seeing that thing, what do you mean by relational model? So relational model is nothing but how the data can be stored in a database. So relational means that is nothing but the tables. How the data, collection of data, related data, how it can be stored in the table. So it has assigned with a unique name. So see this example. In this example, we have the relational name. That is a student. Student is a table. A table can contain the two things. One is attribute, another one is a tuples. So tuple is nothing but the value for the attribute. We can call it as a tuples. So in this particular example, this is the relation. I'm going to store the student details in the table. A table can contain roll number. And also I'm going to mention the name along with the phone number and the age or a sex or any other thing. Age and whether he or she belongs to male or female, or I can able to store the database. In this particular table, I have mentioned roll number, name, age, and the phone number. So here I have given the two tuples, that is the attribute for that particular value for that particular attribute. So who is the father of relational database means Edgar Frank Ted Code. Here his unique name is a Ted Code. He is the father of the database management system. His period of living is this one. So he is working in IBM. So only we can call it as an IBM is the first database developer. So while he is working in IBM only, he developed this particular concept. So only he can be called it as a father of database or father of relational data model. So in a relational data model, I have quoted with an example. I already explained this thing here. Instruction is my table or a relation. A relation contains 4 attributes: ID, name, department name, and salary, and their values we can call it as a tuples. Normally in a table, all columns we can call it as an attribute, all rows we can call it as a tuples. So in the relational data model, we are having a 9 important terminology that we're going to use it under the relational database. First one is attribute. So attribute is nothing but a property that define the entity. We can call it as an attribute. Here in this particular table, attribute is nothing but roll number, name, address, phone number, and age. Second thing is relational schema. So schema is nothing but the architecture. General architecture only we can call it as a schema, that particular structure. So, and also simply we can say the structure of the relation or a table. So that particular representation we can call it as a schema. And also the name for defining that particular relation along with the attributes we can call it as a relational schema. For example, here student is my relation. A relation can contain roll number, name, address, phone number, and age is an attribute. So this entire thing we can call it as a relational schema. The third terminology is a tuples. Each row in a relation we can know as a tuples. Otherwise, we can call it as an attribute. The value for that particular attribute, we can call it as a tuples. The next thing is a relational instance. Instance is nothing but the ready-made at the particular time. So this is nothing but the set of tuples present in the relation at a particular time. We can call it as a relational database. Because in a table, we at a time to time, it can be varied. Some person can insert the value, some person can remove the value, some person can update the value. Is it right? So it can be defined. It can be varied time to time. So that can be calculated in terms of relational instance. And also fifth terminology is a degree. Degree is nothing but the number of attribute present in a relation. So for example, for this particular table, the degree is the 5. So how I can say the 5 means, here we are having a 5 attributes present in this particular table. So degree is 5. Cardinality is nothing but the number of tuples in a relation. That particular relation only we can call it as a cardinality, and also we can call it as a column. Set of values of the particular attribute only we can call it as a column, because in a table, all columns that belongs to an attribute. The next thing is a null value. So the null value is a unavailable value only. We can call it as a null value. Normal in Oracle. In SQL Oracle, a null value is a default value. Without your doesn't give any value means it automatically take it is a null value. And also the next thing is a relational key. So relational key is nothing but we are having so many keys are available. So how we can say that particular key is available or not? What are the keys are available? What are the things are available means? So here relational key is nothing but for identifying the uniquely identify the thing. For that only we are using a key. So in a key, you're having 7 different types of a key. One is a primary key, candidate key, super key, foreign key, alternate key, composite key, and artificial key. So these keys are majorly used while creating a relationship between a database, and also for uniquely identifying the database only we are in need of this one. Thank you for watching my video. In my next session, I'm going to explain about in detail about the various types of a key.